fat. Comix fat.
I'm sure most of you have probably heard by now this big controversy about comments Martin Scorsese has made about Marvel films, and not just his comments, but Francis Ford Coppola not only co-signing but sort of escalating his words on it as well, adding his opinion to it, which definitely angered more fans. So it's all started when in the interview with Empire that Martin Scorsese said that these Marvel films, he's tried seeing them and he just doesn't like them. He doesn't consider them cinema, and pretty much says they're like theme parks. You know, they're like these events that people just go have fun with, but they're not cinema. Then, you know, he doubles down on that again when asked about it a couple days later. And then to even add more fuel to the fire, the great Francis Ford Coppola comes out and co-signs on that and says, yeah, they're not cinema. You know, these aren't really movies. You know, there's nothing behind them. And yeah, yes, they're like theme parks, but on top of that, they're despicable. So that caused just major backlash from Marvel fans. You know, we got people like Kevin Smith, Kevin Feige, actors like Samuel L. Jackson, Karen Gilliam. We got a lot of people coming out saying, you know what, hey, you know, we're in these movies, we like them, people have their opinions, you know, you can like them, you can not like them, whatever, man, they're all movies. And to an extent, I agree to that, you know, I agree with that, but, you know, each side has some valid points in terms of this squabble, this little kerfuffle we got going on here, right? So Francis Ford Coppola and Martin Scorsese, they're these old school cinema giants. You know, these two guys are like gods, you know, when it comes to movie making. And, you know, they have their opinion on it. And to an extent, I kind of agree that for the most part, these films are like just events. They are like theme parks for people to go have fun. You know, they're ways to escape. And for most people, you know, we got people like me who enjoy these films beyond that, you know, just loving these characters and these stories even before this whole cinematic universe thing began. You know, reading the comics, watching the cartoons when I was younger. These characters are more than just, you know, like a theme park. This is like my childhood, you know, the nostalgia, the feelings that, you know, brings back to my childhood, you know. So there's that, you know, it's a mixture of both. You know, I accept that it's like theme parks, but it's a little bit more than that. And, you know, he could say it's not cinema, but it kind of is cinema. You know, it's in the movie theater. It's a movie. It's cinema. You know, he just doesn't like it, maybe particularly because the majority of these films are, these Marvel films, at least I'm saying, that he was talking about, are very Disneyfied. You know, they're very kid friendly. It's like spoon fed for kids for the most part. You know, there are movies though that I think go against what he's saying, that a lot of Marvel fans like me like to use, that these aren't just all about having fun. You know, a lot of these films have messages. A lot of these films have great acting, great cinematography, great writing, and it's deeper than just, hey, you know, bad guy, good guy, fight, you know, good guy wins. You know, we got deeper themes in them. We got movies within the Marvel universe that transcend the genre. And you could even look at Captain America Civil War, Captain America Winter Soldier, Black Panther, even a non-MCU Marvel film like Logan. I mean, come on, that was a great movie. So it's hard to kind of just say, you know, paint them all in the broad brush, saying that, you know what, they're not cinema. These are just, you know, fun popcorn movies. Though, to his credit, some are. You know, we got some of these movies that are just, okay, we got to put something out there to keep the masses happy and get us money. But there are these great movies within that definitely help push the story forward within the overall universe, and help push the genre forward the way Dark Knight did, the way Spider-Man did. You know, movies that, you know, DC or Marvel movies that just help push the genre forward for mainstream audiences to accept it, that these no longer are niche movies. You know, these are mainstream. So I mean, there's this whole thing. I'm sure will die down. I'm sure a lot of these younger fans are going to be like, "Oh, who are these old farts who are just speaking out of their ass and don't know what they're talking about?" I love Marvel movies, but you got to appreciate what these guys did for the movie industry, for the art that we're seeing now. It goes beyond just the MCU. These kids who grew up on just knowing, they don't know comics, they just know the MCU. They gotta appreciate, the stuff that Coppola and Scorsese, put out beforehand that helped the movie industry as a whole and help, in a way lead to the movies like this, like Joker, Black Panther, Logan, so on. There's these great movies within the genre that they should, I think, owe some sort of credit to guys like Coppola and Scorsese and Kubrick and the pioneers that came beforehand, the previous generation. So I think this will, again, it'll die down. Both sides have to appreciate the other's not just opinions, but their perspectives and where they're coming from, and just accept it. I guess this is sort of like a new school, old school kind of fight. We see it in rap, we see it in sports, we see it all the time in different arenas. So I guess it just finally hit the whole Marvel comic book genre in movies, and well, it's just the way it is. It was bound to happen, but I think it'll die down. I don't think it's too serious. So those are my thoughts on the whole thing, on this whole Scorsese, Coppola, Marvel thing going on. So just watch movies if you like them. If you have an opinion, share them. It's all good, guys. Watch the movies, don't watch the movies. Don't shit on other people for liking movies, and don't shit on other people because they don't like your movies, if that makes sense, right? So let me know what you guys think about this whole thing in the comments down below. Don't forget to like, share, subscribe, and I'll see you guys next time.
Comix, man.